Salutations one and all, and to one and all salutations. My name is Speedy of Terror Productions, welcoming you to episode 3 of Primary. If you did watch the primary update video, I thank you for watching it. Yes, here it is, it's finally here, episode 3 of Primary. We're halfway there, folks. Don't worry. We are halfway there. Don't worry. You're going to be fine, I promise. Also, word of warning, this review could be a rather lengthy review given the figure we're looking at, so you might want to pause now and pop the cat along. Just saying. So, of course, once again, we've got the crib sheet. Everything on the crib sheet is going to be marked out of 5. Blah, 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 blah. This is the 3rd episode. You should all know how this works. I hope. Unless you've skipped to this episode for some reason. In that case, why? Anyway, ranting and raving over. Let's get on to the figure of the review. And here it is. What this is the Takara Tomy DA-28 Striker Optimus Prime from the Takara Tomy Transformers Dark of the Moon toy line. And as you can see, we're not starting the review of this figure in its robot mode. Now, this is due to the transformation of the figure. This is all down to the transformation and its purpose. But worry not. Episode 4, we will be doing it from the robot mode to the vehicle mode, so don't worry. Also, another difference for this episode is that there aren't going to be no robot mode or vehicle mode height comparisons, so already this review is going to be shorter-ish in its criteria. But anyways, here it is, the DA-28 Striker Optimus. And as you can see, it captures the vehicle mode that Optimus Prime had in the first 3 live-action Transformers films beautifully. Said vehicle mode being, of course, a 1994 Peterbilt 379 long-nosed cab. And it is beautiful. Look at it. This figure just... it screams movieverse Optimus Prime. It really does. And it's just such a fantastic figure as well. It rolls, of course, and it does have a vehicle mode gimmick. Now on the back of the cab there's a small button right here. You press that button, and you get a truck idling noise as well as some red flashing lights up in the cab. Now, I should point out, the longer you hold that button down, obviously, of course, the longer the sound effect is going to go in its duration. So there's that. Now to get on to the accessories of the figure, just very quick. The accessories of the figure include a shield, which, as you can see, with Prime in his vehicle mode, the shield is taller. So there's this. I mean, it's a nice little piece. It is a nice little piece. It's got 2 handles on the back. This one is to plug onto the trailer bed for the vehicle mode. Fold that away. And you also as well get a handle for Optimus to physically hold the shield in his robot mode. So there is that. And as stated previously, this nub here will allow Optimus to carry the shield in his vehicle mode, as I shall now demonstrate. As so, there it is, and I think that just looks goofy. But there is another purpose to this shield. There is another purpose, a purpose of which I shall cover in a few seconds. I hope. Another pair of features that this figure came with were these. These 2 are MechTech guns, which, when plugged together, front to back, there are 2 ports there, and 2 posts there. They plug together, as so, and you then get the triple barrel rifle that Optimus had for about the last 15 or so minutes for Transformers Dark of the Moon. So that's a nice little added feature. Takara Tomy didn't need to do that, but they did it anyway, so kudos to them. And of course, they can be held as 2 separate guns. There are the handles, and there are 2 holes in the shield. These guns just plug into said holes, as so, and as so that then the vehicle, whoops, I apologise for that. But as I was saying, this then allows the vehicle to have full weapon storage for the vehicle mode. There it is, god damn it. Again, I apologise. You have to remember, I have never reviewed a figure on this scale before, so I am a complete noob to all this. There we go. So there's that, and that just looks absolutely ridiculous. However, this is what you get in the standard release of the DA-28. If, however, you had the cash to splash and bought the Asia Premium Series 01 Striker Optimus Prime, or went to the Toys R Us Japan website back in 2011, you could also buy a pair of Energon blades for your DA-28 Striker Optimus to hold. There are 2 posts on the back of the hilt, and there are 2 holes here and here in the top of the cab roof. And those ports, with a bit of persuasion, or posts even, I do apologise, but these posts, with a little bit of gentle persuasion, will fit up there. Unfortunately, the posts, the side posts on these, I did need to file them down a little bit before I could attach them. By the looks of things, I still need to do some filing on this one, but you get the idea. You get the idea. But it's really what the party piece of this vehicle mode is. And believe you me, when I say party piece, I mean it's a friggin' big party piece. So, what you want to do first is you want to take the shield, fold up the trailer peg, and leave the handle folded in. Come to this blue nub here, and then that nub will cause these sides to spring out on a spring-loaded mechanism. Take these 2 plates here, rotate them up, flip that down. Then there are 2 grooves, one here and one here, that will slide over the headlamps of the truck. And so you have that going on. Then want to come to these lower side panels here. You want to pull them out, rotate them up a full 180. Take the lower exhaust, that will clip into the fuel canister. Straighten everything out here, there we go. Repeat the process on the other side, there it is. As so. Then we want to take the 2 MacTech guns, and using these levers, pull that back, that then slides over to lock into place. Then you take these posts into these ports. You also want to go ahead and fold down the top halves of the exhaust as well. That will fit into there. Repeat the process with the other gun. That plugs into there. Then you take the two energon blades and using the same side posts there are two ports in either side of the shield. What you want to do, you just want to take the swords and plug them into those posts. As so. And then you have this monstrous, deadly looking truck. And this just looks freaking badass. Why they never had Optimus do this in Transformers Dark of the Moon, I will never know. Especially when you consider the fact that they had Bumblebee, Sideswipe, and the Wreckers in Transformers Dark of the Moon bust into effectively a weaponized vehicle mode or a stealth force vehicle mode. Yeah. Stealthy. Nobody's gonna see this. I don't care. It looks cool. It looks cool. Say what you want. I think it looks cool. Anyway. Time to remove all these armaments off of the truck. Because it is now time to take a look at the crib sheet. So, you're all probably thinking that this isn't that expensive a figure. Go on, seriously, have a guess right now, top of your head. Just off the top of your head, first price that comes to you. How much do you think this was? Go on, I know you all want to guess. Go on. Well, I got some news for you. First off, your guess time is over. Second, you are all incorrect. Most likely. And I only say this because the recommended retail price of the DA-28 Striker Optimus varied. To be honest, it varied from website to website. The most expensive I've seen it go for was at Kapow Toys, which, including postage, had an asking price of nearly £105. But from other places like Big Bad Toy Store, TF Source, and other places like that, the figure had a recommended retail price of £70 to £90 minus postage. Says that. And it's because of that I've given the figure an overall rating, in regards to its price at least, of a 2 out of 5. I do believe, however, that the Asia Premium exclusive re-release that did come with the two blades, I'm not entirely sure what the recommended retail price on it was when it was brand new, but I have seen only one on eBay for £699. I'm going to say that again, £699. Yeah. Anyways, on to the transformation. And because I'm a bit hard-pressed for time with this video due to all my ranting and raving and displaying the Stealth Force vehicle mode, I don't have time to go into a detailed transformation with this figure, but I will probably record and in turn upload a separate video that will show an in-depth step-for-step transformation on this figure. So, yeah, sit back and enjoy the mind-screwing that is the transformation of the Revenge of the Fallen Leader Class Optimus Prime mold. I hope you enjoy. Because I am going to be honest, I thoroughly enjoy transforming this Optimus Prime action figure. I really, really do. This has got to be, without a shadow of a doubt, one of the best engineered transformations that I've toyed around with. Like, seriously, bar none. It really is that good a transformation. Come on. Come on. Don't fight me. Don't fight me. There it is. just talk amongst yourselves while I do this. This. Now we near the figure's second sound effect. You ready for this? You ready? Are you ready? Sweet ass FX, man. Sweet ass FX. I also apologise if you can hear a small quiet rustling in the background. That's my pet guinea pig. Yes, that's right. Speedy has a guinea pig. I fear for the guy's life as well. So, how are you all? I, in myself, am very well. Thank you all for asking, if you were even asking. For those of you who were asking, then thank you for your courtesy. Those of you who weren't, I can understand. Come on. And there's the third sound feature of this figure. It's the man of the hour himself, Peter Cullen, who voiced Optimus Prime in the original Transformers cartoons, and still does actually voice him. Saying, "We must stop the Decepticons," for those of you who couldn't work out what it was he said. Ow. Fucking pinched me. I apologise for the swearing as well. I am trying to keep... What was that? I am trying to keep the swearing to a minimal, he says while chuckling. Come on. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Ha. That bloody hurt. Ha. Okay. I'm a man, child, person, thing. So therefore I shall fight through the pain. Pull these knee spikes forward. We're nearly done, folks. All we have left is a foot. There it is. What a transformation, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. In fact, give me 1 second. I'm just going to go make sure that this guy's in shot. Is he in shot? Yes, he's fine. And I forgot the sun visors on the cab. There we go. So, here it is, the DA-28 Striker Optimus Prime in its robot mode. As you can see, they captured the differences that Optimus had for Transformers Dark of the Moon perfectly. The main difference being the remoulded chest and abdomen section. Heading back to the crib sheets, I have given the transformation a 3.5 of 5. Noting that it is made tricky by removing the chest plates. I'll cover that in a later episode of Primary, so you can all see where I'm coming from with that. I've also noted down as well, on an additional The vehicle to weaponized transformation, I've given that a 4 of 5. Excuse me. So yes, here is the DA-28 in all his robotic glory, and this figure is just absolutely spectacular. There is, and I kid you not, no other word for it. This figure really is just absolutely incredible. As I say, vehicle mode and robot mode height comparisons will also be coming at a later point, so don't worry too much. Now for the articulation. Just real quick before I show off the accessories again. The head can swivel. In fact, if you raise the neck mechanism up here a little bit, then the head can swivel a full 90 degrees in either direction. So there's that. The shoulders, as you can hear, are on nice ratcheting joints, both out and around. What else? Yes, the elbows, forwards and back, are also on ratchet joints. There's also an elbow swivel, which causes all of this stuff to get caught up. So, hang on. There we go. There's a better demonstration of the elbow swivel. The wrists are also on a basic swivel joint as well. No waist articulation, unfortunately. But to be honest, I can't really see how a waist joint could have been engineered into this figure. Carrying on down to the legs, the thighs are on some incredibly stiff, soft detents, as you can all hear. There is also a tiny bit of a thigh swivel. Excuse me, there we go. The thighs can also move out at the waist, and these tyres will move up to accommodate that movement, as if they were a hip skirt. The knees are on a ratchet, a very solid sounding ratchet, if I do say so myself. And the ankles are on a ball joint that do detent. And of course, because of the ball joints, they can also swivel from side to side. So there's that. Now to show them off with the accessories. First off, the battle blades, which, as you can see, Optimus can hold quite snugly in his hands. And of course, because there was 2, he can, if you so choose, dual wield the battle blades. So there's that. As for the guns, he can hold them extended as so, which gives out a very nice crossbow motif. Or, alternatively, as demonstrated previously in the video, you can plug the 2 guns together, as so, and you can give him his big-ass triple-barrel rifle. And of course, returning to the shield as well, just take this little blue handle, rotate that out, and said handle will fit very snugly in his hand. Unfortunately, the connection on the shield to the hand on my copy of the figure isn't the most secure of connections, but I can balance it correctly. Quiet, Humphrey, quiet. I apologise, that was my guinea pig going ape shit about something. I don't know what, mind. Yes. Also, you may be thinking, that's all well and good this. He can hold the shield, he can hold the rifle, but what about the swords? I've already thought of that. Because when the shield gets plugged into the trailer hitch of the vehicle mode, there are these two ports that the two MechTech guns sit in. These two ports will also happily accommodate the side posts that the swords are on, as so that you then actually have what I think is a pretty badass looking shield. I mean, that is a pretty heavily weaponized figure. And the shield doesn't want to play nice. Come on. Come on. There it is. So yeah, you can have that, and of course you can have Optimus looking over, being all like a badass and whatnot. And of course, as stated previously, he does have a voice chip. To activate that, you take this section here, fold that down. So basically, in case you missed it, his chest and head flare up, his chest glows red, his eyes glow green, and Optimus states that we must stop the Decepticons. So, there is that. Returning once again to the crib sheet, overall, I have given this figure a 3.5 of 5. Would I recommend it? I would, but I would advise taking caution about buying the figure. Because as stated previously, because of these hollowed out chest sections and the abdomen mould, the chest plates do get a bit more tricky to plug in to their rails. As stated in the Prime uary update video, one of these two guns wasn't packaged with the figure, so I had to wait. They did thankfully arrive today. And again, unless you've got a crap load of cash, then the only way you're going to get these blades with the DA-28 is if you buy the Asia Premium Series 01 Striker Optimus Prime. And again, I have seen one on eBay going for £699 as of this recording. But nonetheless, until next week's episode, or, well actually no, Thursday's episode, where I shall be reviewing the Transformers animated Voyager-class Optimus Prime. This has been Speedy of Terrier Productions, saying thank you all for watching, and I shall see you all on the next venture. Take care, guys.